Hello and welcome to the Home Screen Podcast. This is episode 26, and today I'm joined again for the first time in a while by Benji.
How are we doing? All right, good to be back.
Doing all right. We are today going to be talking about Tron Legacy. We'll talk a bit about the original Tron as well. But yeah, this has kind of been a bit of a blind spot in my filmography. I've never really seen either of the Trons, and yeah, you recommended I should check them out.
You got to the point where I was forcing you to watch it, really, wasn't I?
It is the Blu-ray, we're watching it.
It's one of those where I own like 5 Blu-rays as well. It's one of those that I've told you like you should probably watch it for a while. Like I always see like, as is with social media now, you see like little clips of films and it always crops up, and I've put off watching it because I'm like, me and Porter are going to sit and watch this soon. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we finally did.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Cracking little film.
We'll delve into it. We're going to just we'll just spoil it throughout because it's been out for, what, like 15 years?
15-year-old film, guys. If you've not seen it, it's on you.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess before we jump into kind of what I thought, how many times do you reckon you've seen it and why do you like it so much?
I don't know. I think it was just one of those things that when it came out, I really enjoyed the film first time out. It became sort of like, I wouldn't say a hyperfixation, but I liked it. You know, there was a couple of books that came out around the same time, like comic book and stuff. So I got into that. There was a game as well that I remember playing, like when I was younger, like, as a kid. It's one of those I could just sort of like go back to fondly. Like it's one of them films that it looks great. Like it still holds up now, visually.
Mostly.
Mostly, yeah. We'll get into that. And it's just what you don't really have to think too much into it. Deep dive stuff. There's loads of little Easter eggs and stuff as well. I've got quite an affection of Daft Punk as well. Daft Punk did the soundtrack.
And in it, in the DVD.
And they make a little cameo as well. Yeah, it's just one of them films that like I always sort of come back to, sort of like, oh, what can I watch tonight? I'm like, that'll do.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to win any Oscars, I don't think. It's not got any Academy Awards to its name. The acting's not like world breaking.
Yeah, it's just a solid.
It's just a solid little film, in and out. You know, an hour 40, an hour 50, maybe. Doesn't feel that long when you're watching it. Like the pacing seems all good.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think, and it might just be the kind of the time in our lives when we watch them, but like, there's so many films that I look back on really fondly from like the early 2010s and stuff, like The A-Team and Grown Ups and stuff, which aren't objectively great films, but I just hold them in quite high esteem just because they're like great DVD movies. Like I would watch them over and over again, and I can definitely see how this would be in that category as well.
100%, yeah. I think it's one of those where like it was Disney sort of delving into their sort of like back pockets to find sort of like titles and features that they had in their repertoire. This was like prior to them buying definitely Marvel, maybe Lucasfilm as well.
Pre-Lucasfilm, yeah, that was 2012.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what sort of like ground the sequel, direct quote unquote sequel, to a halt.
Yeah,
which was sort of supposed to be in the run-ins with Olivia Wilde, and I cannot remember his name. Give me a minute. I'm going to Google his name.
Oh yeah,
that guy.
Very memorable actor.
The guy who looks a little bit like Hayden Christensen. Oh my God, what's his name?
Garrett Hedlund.
Oh, God.
Yes, everyone's favourite, Garrett Hedlund. Really rolls off the tongue.
Sorry, Garrett. Many apologies. But yeah, they were sort of supposed to be in a sort of, I think, a direct sequel. And Bruce Boxlinger, Alan Bradley / Tron was supposed to return as well. But I think it just sort of got buried, just with them suddenly acquiring loads of IP, loads of new toys from the toy box.
Yeah, and it was also, they were just churning out so much Disney and Pixar, like it was just, they were on a bit of a roll. So yeah, I guess, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a very solid all-round film. I think it visually still holds up surprisingly really well. And it was cool that we watched the Blu-ray with the aspect ratio changes.
Yeah, sort of does it a little bit more
IMAX
justice
scenes
as well. I'm pretty sure, like, I've read that it was filmed inside, the filming was like 60 days.
Oh, wow.
But then, like, all the editing and stuff took, like, upwards of 60 weeks.
Yeah.
Just because it is, like, so heavy on the CGI. I think you mentioned as well, didn't you? You were like, how are they acting in this? Like, is it, like, are they just on green screens?
It's definitely a mixture of green screens and sets. But then, yeah, what I mentioned to you, that it's more so impressive is if it is all green screen or blue screen, because everything's a reflective surface. So that must have been some poor VFX artist just altering reflections frame by frame.
Just chained to his MacBook.
Crunch sleeping in his office, editing reflections.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's like one scene that like I think it was when you mentioned it when we were watching it, actually. It's like the disc war scene where they're in where they're in the arena. It's the scene where like Rinsler like does some like somersault over his disc. It slows it down as he's sort of like spinning, but like you can see the light I mean, the suits are like made of light anyway, but like you see the light from the
disc
top of his
pass
disc
around, yeah.
over the body. That is like, it's such a memorable shot for me. It's
Yeah.
so cool. And then when he ducks underneath it when it returns as well.
I think one of the film's greatest strengths is it just looks cool in comparison to the first one, which looks horrific. But like, obviously, it's iconic, and it spawned, I'm sure, the books and the comics. And,
Bit of a
and
cult
eventually
following,
this.
yeah, that got it that way, yeah.
But it does not hold up. Like, some of the acting and some of the set pieces are iconic and memorable, like the bikes and stuff. But just like the costumes and the sets, everything is just looks.
They've all got
bad.
like sashes as well. They look like they're from like Greek mythology, but like cyberpunk.
And like the guards, for some reason, bigger than everyone else and have these like gas masks, and it's
What did we say before? They looked like they were wearing pillows.
yeah, probably to pad them out.
It's like the Community episode. Like there's an episode of Community where like it's like a pillow war thing, and they get pierced to like as like a doomsday weapon, but it's basically just him just covered in pillows. It just reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, visually not as stunning. It is not a feast for the eyes.
No, and of course what's the main bad though?
Master Control Program, the NCP.
Master Control Program is horrific stretched face. Oh, it's so bad.
I say his underling isn't much better as well. Like he has like the horns that are like made out of like styrofoam.
I thought that was Ben Kingsley at first when I saw him. I was like, surely not. I'm really glad it wasn't.
The actor that plays him also plays Dillinger, who's like the CEO of Encom at the time. There's a lot of that in this, sort of like them,
the doubles,
the characters that like the programs that they make, sort of having the resemblance of who created them.
Yeah,
that's why Tron looks like Alan.
Yeah,
and Clue in the first one, and then Clue in obviously in Legacy as well.
I guess that's a good segue into, there's a lot of nice continuity from film to film. Some is like major plot points like Clue and Tron and things, but then also like lots of subtle nods and things, even in the set decoration. In Flynn's apartment, there's those two ornaments of the little like data chip that floats in the first one.
Oh, what's it called? Is it Bit?
The Bit, yeah, where it kind of is like yes or no, and it changes colour depending on the answer.
I did not clock that. I just thought they were like like fancy Rubik's cubes.
Yeah, when they did like the home invasion.
I didn't even pick that up. That is so cool.
So there's lots of nice little nods, and then there's obviously just like very objective, like, oh, this is just a continuation of the first one.
I think it does very, very well to sort of tell a new story and sort of like update it, and it has a lot going for it, just in terms of like it's made years later, so like the capabilities are a lot more, but sort of also being like quite loyal to the original, because the original has like a cult following. I think originally there was no intention for them to bring Bruce Bochlinger's character back until like a lot of the fans were like, hang on a minute, he's Tron, it's an integral part.
Yeah.
Which led to him sort of being, his character being written into the script, to him doing a lot of the promo for Tron Legacy. And then also as well, I think he returns to, they did a TV series just afterwards, which is set between the two films.
Oh, really?
And he returns to voice Tron in that as well.
Is it also on Disney?
Yeah, I think it's called Uprising. I think Elijah Wood's in it, I think. I never actually gave it much note. I didn't have Disney at the time, I don't think, when it was on.
Oh, right.
Maybe worth a watch.
Oh, yeah, Tron Uprising, 2012.
Very stylized. But they did a lot. Like there was a couple of comic books that came out that sort of like bridged the gap between the two films. There was a game that was sort of set in the same universe as well, but that sort of told its own separate story.
And is that all canon? Is that all in the same universe, or is some writers just taking their own interpretations and things?
Pass. I would assume so. Like the comic book definitely is. The comic book is called Betrayal, which is basically, it recounts the first film of sort of like how he goes in and he defeats Sark and the MCP, and then he gets out and he's like, somehow you make the games and then like you fraudulently not allowed them, and then you realise that like you were defrauded.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're the CEO now, yeah, cool. So he becomes the CEO of the company, and then it's basically him trying to sort of like build the grid.
Yeah.
Whilst also balancing the fact that like his girlfriend or his wife at the time is pregnant with Sam, and then like sort of like it's one of those sort of like catch-22s. I need to be in two places at once, which sort of brings about him making Clue.
So he can kind of govern the game while he goes and does all the real life stuff.
Yeah. So like he has Clue is basically him on the grid.
Yeah.
Only Clue starts getting like delusions of grandeur, and he wants everything perfect, and that's sort of like what happens between the second and third acts. It mentions the ISOs. The ISOs appear, and they're supposed to be a miracle, but Clue sees them as an imperfection. So like I think they say it's a genocide. He's basically just like, no, they're imperfect. Like they need to go.
And then that's why they have to stop him from getting to the real world because it's just so so imperfect.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it delves into like all that and how it sort of alludes to it here, but sort of like how Tron becomes Rinsler as well. How he corrupts his code.
Yeah,
which is like a nice little thing. Like the clicking and the purring that he does is like a symbolism of that, of his code being corrupted.
Yeah,
because like towards the end when he has like his great sacrifice, he doesn't do that anymore. He like speaks really clearly.
I wasn't too sure what the implications were in the end, but he escaped with his dad's data disk.
That's the key to get out, I think. That disc is the one that can get them out. He does the old switcheroo.
Oh yeah, let's talk about how horrific Clue looks. The worst part of the film, and the thing that's really dropped it a few stars.
The uncanny valley of...
is a deep uncanny valley.
Yeah, the Big Lebowski.
With his freakish little small eyes too close together.
His eyes. This is the most disjointed podcast we've ever done.
He's just freakish, man. He's
weird little eyes like piss holes in the snow.
Honestly, and they're like sunken into his head. And his face is just like too smooth, and he moves really unnaturally, and it's just...
It's a little like micro, little what they call like micro emotions, if you call them that.
Like the...
like where it looks like he's smiling, then he just stops like from one frame to the next. He's like...
Yeah. And his head looks like it's like disjointed from his body, like when he's doing his big like motivational speech to all the troops, and he's moving his arms up and down, but his head's like staying in place while he's really like gesturing with his arms. It's like, this is weird.
Yeah, visually stunning, barring that little footnote.
They should have just kept him in a helmet, and then every now and then, like you see his eyes every now and then when he's like talking sternly to his goons, and then in the last act or on the bridge, his helmet's kicked off and you see it's him, and then even if it looks a bit not great, it's not that bad. It didn't ruin the movie. It just looked like really funny every time I saw it.
Yeah, I think it's the technology of de-aging has definitely come on like leaps and bounds. Like I remember watching I'm doing like an MCU rewatch at the minute, and right at the start of Ant-Man, it's where like Michael Douglas, Hank Pym is still involved with S.H.I.E.L.D., but like he's much younger. So Hayley Atwell, fine, do a bit of hairography. She looks like as old as she's supposed to be as Peggy Carter. John Slattery plays like an older Howard Stark, absolutely fine. Like Michael Douglas, and he just looks like so much younger, but like if you know what you're looking for, fair enough. Like you can sort of tell like...
But it's passable.
That's not Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
It looks realistic.
Yeah.
Whereas like this, which is like, well, at this point, years prior, like there's like, what, 2010? The technology was still about, it just wasn't as polished as they've made it now.
Well, there's always been de-aging stuff, even from before this, but I think it's definitely come on a lot since then. Like even in the new, with another Joseph Kosinski film, the new F1 movie, it's only brief, but there's de-aged scenes of Brad Pitt and Javier Bardem. They just shot them and then de-aged them, and that's pretty good now, even in just small insert things. So yeah, technology's definitely come on a lot in that department. You haven't seen F1?
I haven't watched F1. No, it's something that I really wanted to watch in the cinema, and I just never got around to.
It's good. It's just long. I presume you've seen Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Very similar vibes to that, where it's not the most complex story. It's just very solid all round.
I quite liked 4v Ferrari as well.
I haven't seen that. I need to watch that.
What? That is the next episode on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
Unofficial, just in case. Speaking of things that need to be watched, how have you not seen Frozen?
This is taking such like such a segue.
This is the Tron Legacy and Friends podcast.
I think
you just never got around to it.
It boils down to primarily, and this is like 80% of the vote here. I feel like eventually watching Frozen, it will not give me as much joy as telling people that I'm like one of the like 0.5% of the population.
You're just
still
holding
hasn't
on to
seen
that badge of honour.
I'm holding on to it like a badge of honour. I think Meg might wear me down though.
Just attrition. You have to watch it. She's going to ambush you one day and just put it on. I'm not like beholden to it. Like it's not the best thing of all time. It's just massive.
The crazy thing is as well, like I quote it.
Yeah.
Someone like is entering a room and someone's like, "Oh, yoo-hoo!" I'm like, "Big summer blowout." Never even seen the film.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that's from. Well, I know what it's from, sorry. I have no idea what the context of that is. I'll still quote it.
God, yeah. I think like with Frozen, I went to see it with my parents and sister like as soon as it came out, and I was like, "Oh, that's good. Oh, there's some good songs in that." And then it just, the metaphor, but it just snowballed. Like it got more and more popular, the music got more and more overplayed, and I was just like, oh, I can't bear this now. I loathe this. But now, like, I could watch it, and it is good, but it just got so... Was it, 2016 or something? Like, when I was in first or second year of college?
2014, 2015.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It was 2013.
What?
Oh my gosh.
No, what? God, I feel old now.
Maybe it's Christmas 2013, and it was like 2014 was when it was mainly around. That's crazy.
Possibly, yeah, because as the sequel as well, you like.
Yeah.
They made another. They made
Another one.
Another one that I'm not gonna watch.
That's the next 2 episodes of the podcast. Frozen 2.
I think it is cool though that like more and more now, music from films is getting like recognition in the charts.
Yes. Have you seen how high some of the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff is?
Yeah, I think it like just reclaimed #1 spot.
It's been number 1 for a while. But I also put that down to the Korean markets. Is it Korea or Chinese? Korean or Chinese? Korean.
K-pop.
Like of course. Like
It's not C-pop.
C-pop. All the C-pop fans raging listening to this podcast right now. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like K-pop is just like a complete league of its own of popularity and obsessive fans. I guess that makes
It's
sense.
really catchy stuff though.
I've got to watch it, but
it's proper catchy stuff. Like
some-
I've listened to the music. It's on the radio sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like both big fans of Sony Animation. You know, the animation house.
I love the style. It's just I've seen a handful of GIFs and clips where I'm like, that's a bit cringe. Do I want to see the whole thing? But
Like some of the animations is like it leans into the animation. You know, like where the face is like it's
super expressive.
Yeah. It's great. I think I read somewhere. I think it was on a clip from a podcast or something on social media. Like Sony Animation, like I think they put in like 120 million. That was the budget to get the film over the line.
Yeah.
They at some point just completely lost faith in it and sold it to Netflix like 20 million.
Oh wow.
And it's like still like the #1 watched film.
Oh, it's been there for ages.
It's been there for ages. It is like the music's in the charts.
Yeah.
It is absolutely mad. Like,
I might have to give it a watch.
I think is it not something like they're the first girl group to like have a top hit
it's the
since
first,
like
like-
Destiny's Child.
It's some stat like that. Yeah. It's some like the first film ensemble to have a #1 as well or something. It's broken loads of records.
I mean, music and films is like, you know, I quite like that sort of stuff. Like, there's the I think I spoke about like on the first episode we did, Daisy Jones and the Six. That has got a phenomenal soundtrack. Like the Amazon actually released it as an album. I've got it on vinyl. But if you listen to that, it's so of the era. It feels like you're listening to a Fleetwood Mac record. But because it's like not everyone will have watched the series, and not everyone will like know the music from it. It's sort of so under the radar.
Yeah.
So I think it's just nice that like music from film,
Yeah.
you know, like is getting some recognition.
Absolutely. And even by extension also like gaming soundtracks. Like Expedition 33 came out earlier this year. Absolutely loved it. And that soundtrack is like
Original songs or scores.
well, both. It's a mixture of both. But like I'm pretty sure that charted or that like the soundtrack alone just absolutely blew up kind of simultaneously because the music was just that impressive. Some of the songs on Spotify have like 20 million plays and stuff.
Probably steering us sort of back in the direction of Tron.
Yes.
The music for Tron Legacy, which was done by Daft Punk, that's everywhere. Like, because I know where it's from, you know, me knowing where it's from. Like, that's everywhere. It's on social media loads at the minute. I think it was like the scene where they walk into the End of Line Club. The track is called End of Line. That is like every fifth reel for me. It's probably like because it's like tailored to me, I guess. That's just like a really like popular sound at the minute as well. But it is such an incredible soundtrack. I think like when remind me of the director's name again.
Joseph Kosinski.
Yeah, when he wanted Daft Punk to make the soundtrack, obviously he sits down to interview them and sort of see him. He said it felt like because they were such fans of the original Daft Punk, it felt like they were interviewing him
Oh, cool.
because they wanted to like uphold the legacy of the first, no pun intended, the legacy of the first so much.
Making sure he knew what he was doing.
Pretty much, yeah. They did such a good job, and then like leaning forward towards like the new one coming out. I think it's like October.
Yes.
With Jared Leto and Greta Lee. 9 Inch Nails doing the soundtrack.
Which, like we mentioned, I'm really excited because like their work on like challenges and things is really,
Yeah, I think
really
that's what
cool.
sold me as well. Like I've got a guy that I know at work who's obsessed with 9 Inch Nails, and I said to him, I was sort of like, I don't really get that, you know, like big Daft Punk fan over here kind of thing. Like they should just come out of retirement and you should just take another pass at it. And then I watched challenges and I'm like, you know what, maybe they got this. Like 'cause they've got a lot of stuff in The Bear as well.
Yeah, because like they do a lot of like I guess like rock metal stuff, but a lot of also like I don't know how would you say it's house EDM like whatever the style is.
It's a bit of a mishmash, really. I think they're definitely tailored to it. Like you look at some of the stuff that they've done. I can't remember which track it was, but like they have in the trailer, the Tron Ares trailer, it's like a remixed version of one of their songs. Something I Can Never Have. There we go.
nice.
Yeah, it's like one of the early, like, from Pretty Hate Machine. That's like a remix version of that, which is pretty cool. But you know,
Yeah, I've got faith that they'll
oh,
do a decent
100%.
job.
Like, yeah, I was a little. Don't get me wrong, I was a skeptic. I was like, you can't top Daft Punk. Like, you know, 100%. I'm really excited to see where they go with that, and to a lesser extent, Jared Leto as well.
Despite his questionable life choices.
I think that'll be an interesting one, like, because,
Yeah.
like I was saying before, I don't know if it's more of a soft reboot kind of thing, because, you know, there's a couple of, like, dangling threads left at the end of Tron Legacy. You know, they quite literally just ride away into the sunset. But it'd be nice to sort of see that picked up, maybe even referenced, kind of thing. Like, I think the only common thread between the three of them now is they always involve the Dillingers. So in the first one, he's like the corrupt CEO that sort of has the master control program working for him. In the second one, Dillinger's played by Cillian Murphy.
And then Evan Peters is cast as Julian Dillinger in Tron Ares.
Yeah. How are these people still in this company?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Tron Ares. Now I've seen these two, although his directorial work isn't the best.
Who's directing the new one?
Joachim Ronning. He did Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Maleficent, a few other smaller things, and Young Woman in the Sea, which I do want to watch, actually. That's apparently quite a good Daisy Ridley film. We'll see. I mean, it depends on who's writing it, and I think Disney will put a lot of money and script redrafts and etc. into it to make sure it's pretty bulletproof.
I can't really tell. I mean, because this one, Tron Legacy, did seem sort of like a for all ages kind of thing. You know, it sort of paid homage to the original, so like older fans of the original could sort of like get on board with it, but also like appealed to a younger audience, like a young adult audience maybe. This feels, especially Nine Inch Nails doing the soundtrack, and then from what I've seen of the trailer, it feels way grittier.
One of the things I do love about watching something on Blu-ray is the dynamic range, the contrast. Like the dark areas are really dark. It's like everything just looks much more crisp, and I think it's really amplified in this with it being like
very dark and
very
brooding,
dark,
and then suddenly
and
like
the bright
strips
lights.
of light. Yeah,
I think that cuts through. That's even more effective seeing it in a Blu-ray. Don't know what Ares is going to be like, but that's why I really want to see Ares in cinema. To see,
that's an IMAX job. I don't mind paying the £60 for an IMAX ticket.
Yeah.
To experience that. I think that'll be well worth it, just purely for the visuals.
I think nowadays, like, I want to kind of like treat IMAX to when there's something worth watching in IMAX, so it holds that special factor. Like I think Tron Ares would be, but like at the weekend saw Princess Mononoke in IMAX, which was like so good. Like the picture quality is obviously it's crisp.
It's all hand drawn, isn't it?
Yeah, but also the sound, like the sound mixing and the sound loudness in IMAX is just leagues better than anything else. Just the whole experience is really good. Before we wrap up, is there anything that you've kind of watched recently, films or TV-wise, that kind of stands out?
I can't actually remember. I'm working my way through all the MCU films at the minute.
Is there anything, like, now on this rewatch, anything that you now like more, or something that's kind of, like, faded?
I think some of the earlier films, like, were a bit of a slog, like the first two Thor films.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yep.
Like on a previous rewatch, I'd be like, yeah, we'll get those in there kind of thing. The second one, you kind of got to watch it. There's an Infinity Stone in there. And then now I'm just sort of like, can we just skip these, please, for the love of God?
Yeah.
Other than that, I did watch K-Pop Demon Hunters, as we've sort of briefly touched on. Great film. Animation style is quality. My only grudge with it is why was Sony Pictures Animation making that and not Beyond the Spider-Verse?
Yep.
That's well worth a watch, I think. That's a great film. You always ask me this every episode. I need to start writing them down or using Letterboxd.
Letterboxd is a great tool to have. I'm on commission from Letterboxd. I wish.
This podcast is sponsored by Letterboxd.
I wish. Letterboxd, hire me, please. No, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I've seen quite a lot as of our last recording, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I guess one of the main ones is I've gotten quite into anime recently. But yeah, I guess like kind of recently, for the first time watches, I watched all of Satoshi Kon's films. So I watched Tokyo Godfathers, Paprika, and Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue is an insane film.
Insane and really heavy. Like, I finished watching it and then I just didn't write a review for ages because I was just like...
Didn't know what to do yourself. You just sort of sit there like...
Yeah, I just kind of like potted around the flat for a bit, just farmed some Destiny activities and just was like, what have I just seen?
Yeah, have you done, speaking of Studio Ghibli, have you done Grave Among the Fireflies yet?
Yes. Me and Charlotte watched that. I think I watched that last year and that was
That is
incredible.
Heavy. That's a heavy one. I'm so far behind on the Ghibli films. I know like the older ones. Like I always hold like
the originals.
Yeah, it's a hipster mentality, but I still think my favourite is Castle in the Sky. That's the first
See,
one that they
that's
did.
one I haven't seen that is really high on my watch list.
Put that right to the top.
So, what's the most modern Ghibli you've seen? Like, you've seen Ponyo.
Ponyo, Up on Poppy Hill, I think.
Have you seen The Wind Rises?
Nope.
That was my best film of last year.
Is that the new one? Is that like as new as Boy and the Heron?
No, so Wind Rises is 2013, I think, and Boy and the Heron is 2022, I think. 2023.
God, is it that long between them?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear of the when they made Princess Mononoke?
When they sent a katana to Harvey
Yeah,
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein was like, "This is good, but like you need to cut it down to 90 minutes." He's like, "No." He mails him back a katana just with no cuts, like engraved on it, and then like he stood firm.
Yeah, and then he got released with 0 alterations, and then was one of the highest grossing animes of all time.
Yeah,
absolutely. And there's also maybe that'd be a good one to do, because me and Charlotte saw The Boy and the Heron in.
I need to watch that one.
We saw it at London Film Festival when it first came out, obviously with the original with the subtitles, but the dub has got an amazing cast. Like,
Christian Bale's come back, hasn't he? Yeah.
I think it's Christian Bale, but it's Robert Pattinson, Florence Pugh, Mark Hamill. It's like it's a really, really solid cast. So I'd almost be keen to rewatch it with the dub to see what the dub's like.
Yeah, always down for some Florence Pugh. Let's go. I'm sold.
That'd be a really good one to do. And also, The Wind Rises is my favourite. I don't think anything's going to top The Wind Rises. I was so impressed.
Yeah, they always do have really, really, like the dubs. They always really do have like great casts.
Yeah.
Like Christian Bale's in Howl's Moving Castle. Ponyo has Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in one of them. I think that might be The Wind Rises. I got really turned off the dubs because I watched My Neighbor Totoro with the dub and it was rubbish. And then I got halfway through with the dub and then swapped to the sub. And then from that point on, I was like, no more dubs, only subtitles. I'm a purist, but
dubs v subs, guys.
But if they've got like great recognizable voice talent, then I'm very keen to try and watch it with a dub. Cool, well I think we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for listening to this episode of a little bit of Tron Legacy and a lot of everything else. But yeah, thanks for joining again.
My pleasure, thank you very much. I'll catch you on the next one.
If you enjoyed the episode, check out the podcast description. All of our social media links are on there. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.